So then Cassidy and Crayton will both wander off to bring in the elk as well.
If you don't mind me asking about your dynamic lighting, did you accidentally remove the bottom wall to this?
I may have. I may have.
I
No, I got
must,
the bottom. I have the bottom wall in there still, apparently.
I must say there must be a lot of lighting getting generated because this is the only maps last far in Roll20 I've ever had frame like it running a bit slower than normal.
There is a lot of light being generated. I
Yeah,
might
as soon
lessen it a
as we
little
got it,
bit.
it's like I'm gonna move my token. Oh, that's not good.
The reason why
It's
it's
because the apparatus you can
yeah,
see.
I know.
the light.
That's why you have the light outside. Is the apparatus? can-
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I forgot about the apparatus.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of lighting on this map, and I kind of apologize, kind of not.
You know, Cass, if they need a bit more, me and you could always go out and just hunt a bit more.
Yeah,
Are you hitting on her?
You're not there.
You're not there.
Let's go see let's go see if they need some then. I wouldn't mind going to get more.
Yeah, let's go and quickly talk to off.
All right, and you just kind of wander off for that.
We don't really need to move our token for the moment, so.
Uh, yeah, I'll just leave it both there. You wander off through the excuse me, through the like the hall back into the kitchen. You actually follow the way that the people had left to get over to the mess hall, and you walk up to him and ask him a few questions. As you mentioned that you have elk meat with you, he kind of brightens up. It's like, you have meat as well? You're only expecting to bring grain.
We actually thought maybe we can help you get a few more. If you need it.
Well, we could always use more food. There are quite a number of us here, and the farms are not set up, and we do not have our own hunters to go and take care of things, so...
We could do that for you. Normally I ain't one for doing one for free, but if you haven't got anything to offer...
Well, you mentioned the trouble with your friend. Perhaps just aiding her would be the payment in return.
Yeah.
Oh, good, because we do not have money. I'm glad you explained that.
Sorry. I make my own living.
Yes, of course. I'll make a mention there's a doorway behind him that will bring you right up to the kitchen that you can use to bring in the food next time, and you're all welcome to go out and go hunting. Just come back before dark if possible.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Cass wants to go out. I'll go out hunting with her. I'll offer like the leg of everyone we get.
If you feed me that much, I'll get fat.
Look, there's nothing wrong with treating a girl for good work.
And she'll kind of just sigh with her eyes closed. Give me a drink instead and we'll talk.
I don't. Do monks drink?
Monk's drink.
She's a druid.
You also know that from what he'd mentioned, from what Randall had mentioned, that they do have
I think I heard
alcohol
brew.
here because there was like a brewery, and if you were to walk around, you see that there is a little ways off what appears to be
How much
small
sake?
farm for hops and stuff.
How much sake are they making here?
It's not sake.
They have a few small stills actually.
All right. Do you want me to roll survival for now, or?
You're gonna have to head out a ways out to begin with, and Cassidy will offer the fastest way to do so by transforming into a dire wolf.
You want me to ride you?
She can now speak right now.
Yeah, but do I get any reaction?
Like she'll kind of like make a nod, half shrug.
She doesn't care.
I'll get on the wolf.
All right. And she'll just kind of carry you off running a lot faster than you could have by yourself, even with your full everything.
This is by far the weirdest thing I've done in a good while.
Lily's done it before.
It's quite fun.
All right. So go ahead and roll some survival checks. I'll roll one for Cassidy as well. She's actually...
While they're surviving, Lily is just going to want to learn a little more about what's going on in the area.
Ooh, not great.
Whether they have any need for a smith at this point as well. A few things like that.
I mean, did you want me to roll silver?
Yeah, I was gonna have you roll survival. The two of you are, through your best efforts, you're only able to actually find one elk. Then it's pretty much in an open area as well. It won't really be easy to sneak up on it.
So I got disadvantage on.
Yeah, you'd have disadvantage on your stealth roll, and Cassie would just kind of wait back where she won't be seen, since it's kind of hard for her to hide. And with that, though, you're still able to get up relatively close to it without really getting seen. It's not completely aware that you're there, but you can see it kind of poking its head up and looking around as though it's heard something, but it doesn't believe anything's quite there yet.
I won't get surprised on it.
You
No.
won't have advantage on it, so you're going to have to sprint forward and roll an attack. It will see you coming, so yeah, you won't have the surprise on it, but go ahead and roll the attack.
Okay.
And you hit. However, you do not have the sneak attack damage, and you see that the beast just kind of limps away, or because you do a lot of damage with that stab, but not quite enough to kill it, as the beast suddenly tries to run away, limping a little bit. Cassidy will dash after it as well, and she's only going to get one good hit on it. As she leaps forward at it, tries to bite down, and she bites pretty hard. She bites pretty freaking hard. And the elk just kind of falls to the ground as this giant wolf gets its jaws around its neck.
Cassie, we need that.
She release it.
I'm gonna.
Can
I'll take it. We got some way.
of.
I'll take it. We got some way of just like carrying the meat back. Correct.
You have a sack, like a burlap sack that you could like tie around it, and then Cassie could probably carry it back. Though you get the feeling she's going to need to be washed off from all the blood.
Cass, you alright with
And she'll nod again.
All right. I'll secure the elk to her, and we'll be back on our way.
All right. Did I ever give this party a decanter of endless water?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't believe so.
We
I don't think
we do
so,
have a
no.
canvas bag that I've had since episode 1.
Yeah.
That's. If
But
you'd
actually,
asked, Lily would
no.
give it to her.
I think we did at one point, but we got rid of it.
Huh.
You had the alchemy jug. I remember that.
Yep.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that much. I think
Yeah.
we had it in this water. What?
It might be in someone else's inventory, but I don't have it in the
Yeah.
bag.
All right, yeah, so you'll
Alana?
eventually you'll make your way back towards the back entrance. Cassie, you kind of kneel down so you can take the wolf off from her flank. You see like fur is completely covered in blood, and as you haul it in and she transforms back, her side is completely covered in blood.
That's a good look for you.
And she'll just kind of like narrow her eyes as she looks at him and shakes her head.
Sorry, bad joke.
And you'll come in, you'll see Oth is there. He's cooking through a meal right now, and he sees that you bring in a good-sized elk. Oh, wow. You found a good meal. Just set it over there. I'll have to gut it and get it prepared overall. Where's your friend?
Oh, wait, didn't Cass not change back?
Cass changed back, but she's covered in blood. She's staying
Um,
inside for now.
Have you got any?
Yeah.
Have you got? Yeah, she may have got a bit messy in the process. Does that have anywhere for her to bathe?
Well, we have a few ponds of water up here that probably wouldn't be enough. There should be a nice little spring off into the west, about 100 feet or so, that she could probably bathe in.
I'll let her know. To the west, you say?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go back and tell her about that.
All right, and she'll kind of nod grateful, and she'll head off in that direction to find the spring and wash off.
Did he not even give me an opportunity to offer her to guard her?
Well, she's not exactly sprinting off; she's just walking.
Cass, wait up.
And
Come
she'll
with you.
stop.
Make sure knowing that you don't get jumped by anything.
I can transform into a giant wolf. I think I'll be fine.
Yes, and I can hide in the shadows and stab a person in the throat before he gets the opportunity to see me.
And she'll just kind of look at him a bit more. I wonder if you intentionally try to see people when they're naked.
I don't know what you're on about, and he literally walk past, go head off.
And she'll just continue off to the spring to get washed up.
I'll make a little chat with her.
Yeah, she'll jump in clothes because her clothes are messy anyway. She'll just take them off in the water so she can wash them.
I am not even looking. I am actually. I am just hiding off, just making sure she doesn't get jumped by anything. My intentions are completely pure.
Uh-huh.
Well, no one can
Alright,
see
yeah.
where you're looking anyways through that mask, so.
You can. It's got eye holes.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
she's
like
going to
that.
be washing her outfit as well as she washes her own self off.
Is that my right glove I've been missing?
All right, then.
It is! No, that's the left
So
glove.
Lily, back to this for a second. Lily was asking about if there's anything else that she could do around to help out, like blacksmithing or whatever.
Asking if they need any smithing, anything. Gonna ask if she can help with, I don't know, their farm, garden. She's not very proficient in it, but more hands.
And you kind of gracefully shake his head. No, there's nothing we really have that she would be able to help out with at the moment.
Okay. Well then, I would love to hear some of your teachings. And she's just gonna stand back and in a corner.
Yes, well, we won't have another session for several hours now.
Oh.
Not until right before nightfall. So I was going to spend the time looking over your friend here, Miss Zilli.
Okay. Then she'll just stay nearby.
And like for the most part, he's just going through various lessons. He eventually asks Azul to stand back up. Once again, go through her various fighting stance, fighting motions, and he's just kind of watching her very intently. Kind of frowning at a few points as he nods. You can probably hear him muttering about some points about how it should be flowing in such a manner, but it isn't, and that he actually finds it odd that she's even keeping her pose as easily as she is without being able to access her ki. And that'll continue on for probably several hours. Let's go up to Falana. Falana, what are you looking for exactly?
She's looking into several things. She's looking into Otherworld.
Pick one, because you're not going to have time to look into several things
priority
in this
right
afternoon.
now. The priority right now is researching flow of mana, flow of ki, since they're one of the same, one of the two. She doesn't care which, and ways to possibly stop it. If she can find ways to stop it, she can probably find ways to make it flow again.
All right. Roll a few investigation checks.
When you say a few, 3?
When I say a few, I mean 3, yes.
Okay, I'm just verifying you don't want 4.
Or 20.
Or 22. All right, you start off strong
okay,
and you
I'll
get weaker as you go on. All right.
What the hell?
So the investigation that you're doing, you're able to actually believe you narrow it down somewhat with one of the first books that you've opened up is a reference to ki and how it flows through the bodies through the, 7 gates?
Yeah, 7 gates.
Yeah,
I'm
through
right.
the 7 gates of the body, and how each one will help the ki flow to other areas and such. Though anything more beyond that, you can't really find any more theory on ki or anything else of the sort. Though, if you ask the 2 people who are in there doing the research as well, they'll make a mention that most of the books of this monastery were lost when it was destroyed in ages past, and they've only reclaimed a little bit of it.
You're both trained in the arts of ki. What can you tell me about how ki flows?
And they'll both kind of look at you and kind of shake their head back and forth. We're only but students. Randall is the only one who truly understands things at the moment. Perhaps Caliph might know as well, but even he is not as tall as Randall.
Okay, thank you. Alright, she's gonna finish up, head towards the monastery. Well, to the garden.
All right. In the garden at this point,
You better go this way.
yeah, the garden at this point, you get the feeling that if you were to follow this path and just go as north as possible, you'll eventually reach the garden.
Alright. Well, not through a wall. I'm zoomed in way too close.
Yep, and going to that door and opening it up, you do find that there is a garden. There are a few people in there tending to various flowers, which are scattered all about. It does seem to be a nice meditation spot overall.
Well, trying to avoid flowers here. Well, I could safely say he's not here, but I could at least enjoy the flowers for a bit.
Yeah, so you'll be able to relax there without too much of concern, as long as you don't bother those who are meditating there.
Yeah, she'll spend the time reading her spellbook. Just walk down, start reading.
All right. Some point later on in the night, or as the hours go by, people will eventually funnel back into the main hall to do some afternoon meditation. Then Randall will ask Azul and Lily and anyone else who might still be in the area to kindly step off to the side so that they are not in the way as the meditation goes through. And the meditations itself, it's just really just a series of poses. It almost seems more like yoga than anything else. As people kind of stretch, and you can feel as though there is a bit of an energy flowing through them, though it's a very faint energy. It's not as distinct as, say, if you were in a wizard academy where arcane magic basically permeates everything.
Lily's going to try to imitate some of the poses.
All right. Roll a
Performance.
acrobatics.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You fall flat on your face as you take the second pose, and you just can't quite keep your balance.
Falana might wander in eventually. But
Yeah, Cassidy is... I expect she would have come back at some point, so she's just going to be sitting along the wall, just watching quietly.
Yeah, same.
All right. Things themselves will go on relatively quietly overall, though if you roll everyone roll a perception check.
Actually, while while the practicing's going on, can I just put maybe another round in that book, or how long?
Yeah, you could. You could.
Yeah.
what
Okay.
the crap?
Perception, you said, okay.
Yeah, roll perceptions, everyone.
At least someone could do it.
I'll roll for...
Cass and Azul?
Yeah, I'll roll for these two. I got a perception, not a performance. And I got a perception, not a performance. Man, they can see shit. So only Lily and Crayton will pick up on this, but as you watch, you can see that one of the various monks there, the same one that you saw that was speaking to Randall at the beginning, he seems to just kind of... He's following through the motions, but every now and then he'll kind of scowl up at Randall.
Can I roll insight?
You can roll insight on that.
Can I as well?
You can as well because you saw it.
Nope.
Nope and nope. You can't really get any good insight on it. Like, the best you can see that he had some sort of argument with him, perhaps, though what it might be about or anything beyond that, you can't really figure out.
Once the meditation is over, as long as nothing else is revealed, Lily's going to just kind of follow him a little bit.
All right, well, he's just kind of... As soon as the meditation is over, you hear Randall speak up. All right, then. It will be time to sleep now. You all, do you have a place to sleep, or will you require us to have beds set out?
We will most likely need a bed set out. We do have the apparatus we came in, but it's not the most comfortable.
Yes, of course. We'll have a few... I will see to it that there are a few bedrolls set out in the one sleeping chamber. You know, kind of nod, and he'll head off to take care of that as well.
Before you go,
Yes.
would it be possible for you to help explain the flow of ki to me? I do believe ki and mana are somewhat related. However, I just want to learn a little more about it to help my friend in my own way.
That would definitely be something I could do. However, at this particular point in the day, it might be best for us to all rest. I can get to you right in the morning with
Just
that.
wanted to get that out before we headed off to rest.
Crane's going to nudge Cass. Wants to see if we can quickly get a drink before bed.
Yeah, and you're able to do that relatively easily. You've probably seen her at some point walk around through the mess hall, but there was a female monk, and she was carrying a large wooden barrel on her back, which you could smell the alcohol on it.
Sweet.
The two of you, and when the two of you head off to the kitchen mess hall area, you kind of see her there and make a request. You can see her there, just setting it up, make sure everything's taken care of. And Cassie walk up and ask if it would be okay if they got a drink. She'll look the two over. Oh, you're the travelers that we've had here. As long as you only take a drink, it should be sufficient. We only have so much.
Oh, don't worry. We think we're good. We helped bring in that elk earlier.
And she'll kind of nod and kind of motion to everything, and you're able to get about a nice drink's worth. It's pretty strong stuff as well.
Actually, not that bad.
Yes, well, I came from a family of brewers before I ended up here, so I hope that my trade is still skilled.
Give most what the incel run for their money.
All right, and with that, Cassidy will bow down, thank her, and she'll kind of head off to the rooms as well to drink herself. And the rooms where you'll be going down to sleep, it'll be that door, the lower bottom door, or the door all the way to the left, rather.
I'm gonna head to the room, drink and read.
Yep.
Lily was following the guy as he left.
And he just went down into the other bedroom.
Okay. Can you move me to where he is?
I'll move everyone in there as well.
Did he close the door behind him?
He closed the door behind him, yes. But didn't go there by himself. He was basically with a group of people.
Can Lily go in with the group of people?
One of the monks there will kind of stop you, and they'll say, the bedroom set up for you will be right over there.
I wanted to ask this man a couple of questions, if it was all right.
We are all preparing for rest, and it is very important that we get our proper amounts of rest.
It would only be a couple of minutes.
Roll persuasion.
Well, Lil should be good at this.
But it's not enough.
Which Falana can help, like,
That
keep
you're in the...
night watch or something, because she's only sleeping for 4 hours anyway.
But the monk will speak up. No, it's very important that we stick to this training regimen so that we can make sure everything, so that we can follow in the teachings. And it's very hard to explain, primarily because I'm stumbling over my own words.
If you could just let him know that in the morning I would like to talk with him real quick, if at all possible. During your
Night watch or something, because she's only sleeping for 4 hours anyway.
But the monk will speak up. No, it's very important that we stick to this training regimen so that we can make sure everything, so that we can follow in the teachings. And it's very hard to explain, primarily because I'm stumbling over my own words.
If you could just let him know that in the morning I would like to talk with him real quick, if at all possible. During your busy schedule, anytime you can fit in.
All right. And she'll kind of just nod slightly, bow, and then step into the room, closing it behind them.
Yeah, that door is currently locked, so I can't get in.
Yeah, I know. I got to take care of that. All right. So that dynamic lighting level. I'm just gonna move inside. Yeah.
I'm going to say this out loud. I got to step out for a bit. I got with her.
Yes, and they're also not asking the travelers to, like, they're not requiring the travelers to do anything beyond just rest for now. And Alana can just stay over there for now because it doesn't matter too much. It won't matter. I'll bring Alana over.
Okay. How many hours would you say I would have got in book reading?
Probably another 2 hours.
Okay, this brings it up to 13. Not bad.
Yeah, not that bad overall. You spent a good portion of the day reading.
How much do I need? Like 48?
48, yeah. All right. And eventually night will fall. Are you gonna have any discussions as you all rest out here for the time being?
Well, I was just gonna ask Azul if she feels any different.
Azul will kind of think for a second. I don't feel any different, but he definitely knows what he's talking about.
You seem stiff.
What do you mean stiff?
Like you're fighting. I can't really describe it. It seems a little different. I was watching you in there when you were moving around. It didn't look normal.
I'm forcing it, essentially. I remember the training, but it's not flowing naturally. I have to force it. That's probably what you saw.
I wish there was something I could do to help.
We'll figure something out. This man, he seems rather knowledgeable. I'm sure he could probably do something to help.
Well, I wonder, does anything seem to be different when you do activate that, what was it, an amulet that she's got?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's like instead of the energy moving through my body, it moved around my body. It's very hard to explain.
You know what it almost feels like? It's like when I hit an enemy and they seem to resist some of my damage or some of the fire. Like, that's what it feels like to me, is it's just like not... It's almost like you have some sort of resistance to it.
I don't know. Perhaps. We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, and I have to legitimately ask this right now. How long do people have going forward?
I think till 4, right, Val?
Yeah, I got another 30 minutes roughly.
Do I feel that can happen in 30 minutes?
Sorry, Silver.
Do I feel that can happen in 30 minutes? It could. Do I want to guarantee it can happen in 30 minutes? No, I don't. I feel bad because if it wasn't for my own fault, we would have probably been able to get through it on time, but I think we may have to end things off here.
Oh. Rough.
Yeah. Because we're not going to be able to get through the next thing coming up, and it's going to be significantly lengthy. That if we had an hour, it'd be fine, but a half hour, I don't trust.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, part of that is also my fault.
It's mostly my fault for sleeping in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did try and call you on your phone. It was off.
My phone was dead.
Oh, it died. That explains
That's
it.
why I slept in. All of my alarms were on my phone.
I've done that before, don't you worry.
Yeah. All right. Well, better that I did it for this and not for work, because that would have been nasty.
True. Don't
Alright.
worry, Silver. You can make up. You can make it up to us in other ways.
I'll figure it out. But we're gonna end it off here anyway. We'll pick up next time. Since we've met the monastery, we've seen people who apparently seem to have a rough idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And just go from there.
All right.
I feel bad it was a short session, but what you gonna do?
I'll
Yeah,
stop
you
the
go.
stream then. Thank you all.
Mhm.
What you gonna do?